Lexwill here. Okay, Lexwill here. Now, I'm in a hurry. I'm gonna tell you one of the biggest secrets in the world. And then, because I told you, what I want you to do is... Okay, so, recently, an Army General has come out and said, for those of you that have joined the military in high ranks, 2016 and beyond is very difficult. It's more difficult than it ever has been in the past. And there's some things that are going to happen, and I'm going to tell you about it. And you're going to hear out of his own words. You're not going to see his lips moving, but you're going to hear, I can open another video where his lips are moving and shit. But you're going to hear his own words, and he's going to tell you the order. Like 5, 4, 3, 2, and he's going to tell you the things that are coming that he fears. And he's going to tell you the least amount, and he's going to tell you the greatest amount. And when you hear the least amount, you're going to be like, what? Because I was afraid of that. And when you hear what the final thing he says to be worried about, you're going to be like, what? That's really the dangerous thing? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, we cuss. Oh, shit. Yeah, alright. Yeah. Alright. Are you ready? I told you, right? I told you, didn't I? That's my elevator music, you know. Alright.
Okay, you're probably trying to figure out right now what the heck was going on with that title I just gave you. Well, the person on the right there is the head of the Army, and he was speaking at a symposium last week to future officers in the Army. And he gave out a really strange quote, and I'm going to be leaving the link for everybody. And here's the quote that he gave to the leaders during his talk to all these men. If the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 is intensely complex. And I can tell you that from personal experience.
From personal experience, he will tell you what he fears the least to the greatest.
You'll be dealing with terrorists.
You're gonna be dealing with terrorists. Motherfucking terrorists. You have no idea when they're gonna set off something, when they're gonna detonate something. You have no idea when they're gonna grab an AK-47 and just start fucking mowing a crowd down. You have no idea when they're go into a fucking grocery store with a grenade and just scream some stupid, fucked up religious. You have no fucking idea. But besides terrorists, you'll be dealing with
hybrid armies.
Hybrid armies. Now, if you thought terrorists or something, hybrid armies. You're going to be dealing with people that have fake limbs, and they're going to go and mow shit down. You're going to be dealing with people that look human, and then all of a sudden they're going to go, and then little bird wings can pop out, or a little insect wing, and their hands are going to go morph and all that stupid shit. All the things you've seen on TV. It's just a gamble about what episode you're going to see come to life right in front of your fucking face. That's this year! Whoa! All those times you see those little fucking half goat men on the beach or dead and shit, and you're like, who the hell scrapped those cells together? What kind of army were they looking for? Like a donkey men army? Hybrid armies. Wait. This isn't... Hey, there's a couple of beings that have been morphed into something else. I told you.
what is it? Joe Rosen. Joe Rosen of Cambridge University in fucking, what? 2006? I can graft wings onto a human. He would no longer be considered a human. He'd be considered hybrid. And with wings, you could travel very fast. It's up to you. If the muscle texture that gets sewn in, grafted, sewn in, if you're able to manipulate it for flight, based on your willpower and your control over those muscles. Dr. Joe, I can also graft tails on you. Now, we in the medical profession, I'm not a medical profession, but we in this society, we actually cut tails off. Congenital birth defects, right? Something your father passed down to you. So they grab your little baby and they lift him up by the legs and they look at the back of his ass to see if he's got a fucking tail. They lifted my baby up. I said, what are you doing? You checking to see if he's got a tail? The fucking bitch giggled. Well, yeah. The fuck away from my kid. We've already had hybrids. I tell you, you type in congenital birth defects. Hey, why would I tell you something I wouldn't do myself for a great part, right? You type in C-O-N congenital birth defects and go to images. Now, when it sits there and says in the Bible, in the nice way, the giants had 6 hands and 6 fingers and 6 toes, you know? Like, why does this baby look like a lion, or is that just somebody fucking Photoshop? It's an enormously old head, large. But there's gonna be some horrible shit on here you're not gonna be able to appreciate. Right? 2 heads. Cephali. Cephali is head, right? Mono is 1. You are a monocephaly. That baby is what? Multiple. So this shit comes from congenital birth defects. Now you pick what you're looking for. If you're looking for little reptilian people, if you're looking for a fucking cyclops, it exists. And when these babies are born, shh, right? Babies are creepy to an extent. I'm staring at my child and he looks like the spitting image of me. Oh boy, is that something. Alright, we're looking right here, right?
You'll be dealing with little green men.
Little green men. So hybrid armies are one thing, right? But you've already said terrorists. If I say Google, since Google makes half this shit, right? If I say Google, what does a terrorist look like? And Google sits there and says, dude, I don't want to tell you shit. Right? This is what? Number 4, biggest danger. So he said, hybrid armies. Now, I'm just going to type in hybrid army, but he said armies, pluralize that. Well, look, what are hybrid? So, this is what hybrid armies is when you just type in hybrid army. You just see future tech. Right? You see animals in soldier uniforms. Oh look, right there. Oops. So, what is a hybrid? Or give me a visual example of a hybrid. Now, he didn't say animals or humans. Let's see hybrid human. Because we would think that's more frightening because of thought process. Not only is this thing more powerful than you. Now you see a hybrid car, this something deals with a fuel tank and a battery. Now hybrid humans not too far from congenital birth defects, right? Right. So don't act like I was wrong. Pieces and parts. Pieces and parts. Okay, so he said little green men. Little green men. Let's make sure. Now, with little green men, you'll be dealing with little green men. Now, let me show you this. Martians, right? Now, if I type in Martian, come on, today. Oh, okay. Anyway, we'll just go back. Yeah, Marvin Martian's over here, so I probably spelled it wrong anyway. Alright, so now, little green men aren't too different from the little yellow minions, right? And those aren't too different from the monsters under the bed, the Pixar movie Monsters, right? So he says, number 2 biggest thing to deal with, little green men. Right? You'll be dealing with little green men. Now I want you to see what's last.
You'll be dealing with tribes.
Okay. Let's just hear real quick.
You're going to be dealing with it all, and you're going to be dealing with it simultaneously.
You're going to be dealing with it all simultaneously. Now let's listen to this part again.
Be dealing with it simultaneously. Green men. You'll be dealing with tribes. 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 You'll be dealing with tribes.
Okay, FaceTime. Okay. Big bad Army General. Oh my God, you're gonna be dealing with terrorists that we fucking trained. And they're gonna be badass because we trained them. You're gonna be dealing with hybrids and hybrid armies and hybrid humans or hybrid animals or humans compatible with tech. It doesn't matter, they're still not quite human. Dangerous thing. Number 4. Number 4, terrorists. Number 3, hybrids. Number 2, hey, does aliens, predator, does that fall under hybrids? Or does that fall under little green men? Number 2, little green men. Number 1 thing this fucking Army General is afraid of. Tribes. This motherfucker's afraid of you forming into tribes right now. He's not afraid of these fucking Canaanite tribes. All these guys ever did, well, we are warning you that if you do this, this will happen. And they did all that shit. Now, the events have been set into motion. I keep telling you, Utah. You keep saying, oh no, no. And the fucking Army General comes out and says, these guys are what we're really afraid of. There's little green men, there's hybrid things, and there's terrorists, but we're fucking afraid of tribes. Listen, he didn't say tribes. He didn't say Indian tribes, because he doesn't see you as Indians. He doesn't respect you as Indians. Tribes. He didn't say tribes. Hey, then you're going to be dealing with little green men. And then you're going to be dealing with hybrid armies. Whether it's animals or humans, doesn't matter. And he didn't say, then you're going to be dealing with terrorists. All simultaneously. No. He did it the other way around. Terrorists, hybrid animals, little green men. Tribes. You've got to understand the events that have been set into action. I can't help how you view me. That's irrelevant. They view me as the end all. They're not stopping me from gathering you. Somehow I have permission, and it wasn't told to me. Somehow I have permission, and they're not doing anything to stop me. That don't mean that they're okay with it. But you don't see them stopping me from communicating directly to you and telling you the location that we need to go, why we need to go there, when we need to go there. I was just watching this video, and it said the most important thing for an empire is a food source. And I say, somebody's got to start food. And each of you, look in the fucking mirror right now. Each of you know you're not going to go on and do it. Some of you will come and help maintain it. That's the spirit of you. But the spirit of igniting the fire, setting the barn on fire with the animals in it, setting the house on fire with the people in it, setting a ring of fire to protect us from them. For some reason, you're not the ignition switch. I can't help that. I've been on here countless times. I've thrown away chances for fun activities just to come over here and be Mr. Mopey Mop and try to clean up the dust. But people choose to make themselves into logs, and then they get all retarded and fall down on the path so that everybody else has a hard time getting around the log that they have just become. Do you think they needed to record this and show people? Didn't they have all their cadets right in front of them? Didn't they have all their wonderful members that this general needed to talk to directly in front of them? What did they record it for? How come you're able to see it? Is it just a stunt? Is it just a show? Why didn't they say something far out and fantastic? I mean, constant. Rogue militant groups. Terrorists. Everybody cringes at terrorists. Meteor showers. Anything. Animals that have never been seen before. Little green men that have never been seen before. He could have said anything. Why did he say tribes? Each time I make these videos, it seems like a personal heart-to-heart. Like I'm sitting across from thousands of people I'll never see face to face. That's because of your heart. I have no control over you. You can lead a stubborn mule to the most wonderful tasting water. But if he doesn't drink, he doesn't drink. And there's nothing you can do. If you stick the mule's head into the water, you'll drown the mule. I'm not here to drown you. I've showed you the waters of life. Eternal youth is within the Word. That's in Psalms. It's in the book of Psalms. And you don't want to open the book. These people are afraid of prophecy. You're not even formed into tribes yet. You're formed into camps. They know you're going to form into tribes. And they know you're not going to form in the Indian tribes. Some of you will form around technology. Some of you will form around the Word. But you're a bigger threat than UFOs flying around shooting laser beams out of the sky. Why? Is your superpower to be able to control those things? Are you indestructible versus those things? Not towards men. Men can cut you down, but towards those things they have no power over you. Could that be what it is? They can shoot at you all day, and as long as you fear their lasers coming at you, you can be destroyed. But if you don't fear, it's just a fucking light show. Why are tribes more deadly than hybrid armies? Hybrid armies use fucking explosive devices. Tribes pray. Little green men use shrink rays and abduct people. Tribes use the power of the Creator. Don't you see what's going on? The biggest thing they fear on that list is the Creator, because the Creator gave power to something that is written as His children. But as the Creator says, you worship something else. So why will He empower you while you're worshiping a different God? Have you thought about that? The Creator and Jesus are on separate sides. The Creator and Muhammad. This started as Mohammedanism, the worship of Muhammad. And then it changed to something that said it was the Creator. You don't understand this, you don't accept this, I don't care. I'm not gonna be the one that judges you on Judgment Day unless I get permission. And then let's just pretend. And then I get to show the last years over and over again of me warning you. And then we look at your personal life from your perspective of each time you actually viewed me saying the same thing. Jesus and God are separate. They are enemies. And you didn't accept it. And then we'll look what happened each time you turn those videos off. We'll look at what you did. We'll see if you went to the bar. We'll see if you went out and chased women. We'll see if you just used the computer for perverted devices. We'll see what you did after you watch these videos. All 700 and almost 50 that I've put up. We'll look at the people that are quiet if He gives me permission. and we'll see what you did. We'll see how many times you turned into a log and got in everybody's way when he sat there and said, don't worship any other God. And I'm the one that told you. There's other people. There's other people that says God over Jesus, not Jesus at all. There's other people. And you didn't choose to listen to them. And you chose to make me your enemy in your heart. What happens if he lets me judge you? You want Jesus so bad. And I keep telling you Jesus is evil. So in the end of days, if Jesus is locked up, if I was given judgment over people that viewed my videos and chose Jesus over God, where do you think I would condemn you to? The same place that Jesus? I've warned you in many different ways. This entity that calls himself Jesus, I've warned you in the wicked people's own words. He is not Hebrew. He is not of Israel. It is an entity that pretends to be of light. He uses the things that were said of King David. He uses the things that were said of Joshua. He uses the things that were said of Abel. He uses the things that were said of Joseph. And the writers that wrote about him even use the actions of Moses to promote this entity. Worst of all, they use the actions of James. You choose not to see it because when someone says start in the beginning, you don't go back to the Old Testament. You don't go back to the ancient writings. You go back to the book of Matthew and you choose to start there. Want to know why? Because your mentality's fucked up. And this is where they fucked you up. They sat there and they said, you're a new man. When you forgive yourself for the sins that you've done and you take on Jesus. So that's why you get that blockage. You refuse to go back to the beginning. You refuse to read God created the heavens and the earth. You refuse to not accept that you do not see the name of Jesus. You choose to not even realize, look, these Christians have had control of this word for thousands hundreds of years? Let's just say hundreds of years. The Christians have control of these books for hundreds of years. Why have they still not written Jesus' name in the Old Testament? I want you to think about this very hard. Each of them preaches over and over and over again. They go to seminary schools set up through Christianity, paid for through Catholicism. They go to the four corners of the world, not the one in Utah, not the one those states meet. They go to the four corners of the world and they preach Christianity. Why have they never taken the time to write Jesus' name in the freaking ancient text? Because it don't belong. Why are you not asking the most important questions? They all start with the same thing. Why? I told you, right? I told you, didn't I? That's my elevator music, you know. All right.
Okay. Okay, you're probably trying to figure out right now what the heck was going on with that title I just gave you. Well, the person on the right there is the head of the Army, and he was speaking at a symposium last week to future officers in the Army. And he gave out a really strange quote, and I'm going to be leaving the link for everybody. And here's the quote that he gave to the leaders during his talk to all these men. If the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 is intensely complex. And I can tell you that from
the things that are coming that he fears, and he's going to tell you the least amount, and he's going to tell you the greatest amount. And when you hear the least amount, you're going to be like, what? Because I was afraid of that. And when you hear what the final thing he says to be worried about, you're going to be like, what? That's really the dangerous thing? Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, we cuss. Oh, shit. Yeah, all right. Yeah. All right. Are you ready? Lexwill here. Okay. Lexwill here. Now, I'm in a hurry. I'm going to tell you one of the biggest secrets in the world. And then, because I told you, what I want you to do is... Okay, so, recently, an Army General has come out and said, for those of you that have joined the military in high ranks, 2016 and beyond is very difficult. It's more difficult than it ever has been in the past. And there's some things that are going to happen, and I'm going to tell you about it. And you're going to hear out of his own words. You're not going to see his lips moving, but you're going to hear, I can open another video where his lips are moving and shit. But you're going to hear his own words, and he's going to tell you the order. Like, 5, 4, 3, 2, and he's going to tell you